everybody. We are on our way to Winter Park, which is where I grew up.
Hashtag home. Hashtag Catholic. Hashtag natural family planning.
Babe. That's not what this video is about. We are on our way to Winter Park. We're road tripping from my parents' house back to where I grew up. I moved to Winter Park from New Jersey when I was 8 years old, and then I lived here until the day after I graduated high school. And so we're going to see my old schools, elementary school, middle school, high school, the campus where I went to 9th grade because it was separate from the high school, and then some of the places where I used to hang out and go, and then see our old house, my brother's house, and have lunch with both of my brothers and their families, and super excited to show my husband all around my old places.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
And it's the day after Thanksgiving.
No, it's not. It's 2 days after Thanksgiving.
It's 2 days after Thanksgiving, and so that means it's officially Christmas time. And so we're listening to Christmas music the whole way, and it's so good. Everything is very different, and both the elementary school and the middle schools have been renovated, and I don't like it because I don't recognize anything. This is the back of the middle school, and that garden is new. That wasn't there, but this was all there when I was there. That little pavilion is where we had PE, and that's where we played dodgeball. So many memories.
What's up?
Hi. Okay, so we've been driving around all morning. We saw the elementary school and the middle school, and then we drove past my old house where I used to live, and I was gonna record it, so AJ was driving really slow, and then the man who lived there was peeking his head out the window and just watching us because I think he thought we were being sketchy. He thought that we were being sketchy, so he was peeking his head out the window, and then I got embarrassed, so I did not film anything. And then we went back after lunch. We went to my brother and sister-in-law's house for lunch to have lunch with them and my nephews, and then we went back by the house to try to film it again and to show AJ without being in a rush, and the guy was then standing in the front yard, so we didn't really get to see the house, but that's okay. We saw it a little bit. And now we're gonna go see one of my favorite parks and go to Park Avenue. Welcome to Craft Azalea Garden. I used to come here with my friends, and we would take pictures, and we used to take homecoming and prom pictures here, and it's so quiet and nice and cute. I love this park. I don't know if this is the main part though. I think there's another part. Unless I just imagined it a lot bigger when I was younger, which is possible. So it's now J. Jill, but it used to be Justice, and Justice was what bought Limited to, which I shopped at when I was little, and then Justice was my first job, and I got the job when I was 16 years old, and I drove my little car down here, and I would come work 4-hour shifts on the weekends, on a Saturday and then on a Sunday, and I would fold all the clothes, and basically hated working in retail, but it was my first job, so it was fun. These are the doors to the office where my mom worked, which is why we moved to Winter Park in the first place when I was 8 years old. And it's called Bonnier Corporation, and it's a publishing company. And it's the whole second level of all of this whole building, which is all stores on the bottom, but the whole top part is offices, and they do publishing for a bunch of different magazines. So she did Sport Diver magazine, which I just filmed through the window, and Florida Travel and Life magazine. So this is her old office. This movie theater is where we would come on Friday nights. We wouldn't see movies, but we would just come hang out outside the movie theater, and we would get like french fries and ice cream from the place next door, and we would just come hang out here. But I usually wasn't allowed to because my parents thought it was not a good idea to just come hang out outside the movie theater, so I would only go sometimes. But all of my friends in like 8th grade, 9th grade would just come hang out outside the movie theater and never see a movie.
So it's another 32 days in a month. Does this bring back any memories?
Yeah.
Are you gonna do a cheer? Can you do a cheer?
I don't remember any of the cheers, but this is the gym for the 9th grade campus, and this is where we'd have cheerleading practices.
Can you do it one cheer, please?
And I have
the
bad,
Wildcats.
I don't remember the cheers, but I have bad and good memories because we did not really love our cheerleading coaches, so I have lots of memories of that, but also it was so fun because I also saw my friends. T-A-K-E, take that ball away. This was the auditorium. And then we would gather under these little overpass things until the bell rang. And then my math class was up in that classroom. And then my biology class was over on the left building with Mr. Flood. And he would have a giant ruler and he would smack it on the table if you weren't paying attention. I don't know if I said this, but this is a 9th grade campus for high school. So the 9th graders like only were here and nobody else was here. So from middle school until 10th grade, we like thought that we ran the place because it was only 9th grade here. So we were like kings of the school, like first year, last year, everything. But then we went to 10th grade and then we were like the babies again. Powerhouse Cafe is where we just passed. And I used to walk from the 9th grade center to Powerhouse Cafe, and we would get a Powerhouse Fuel. And a Powerhouse Fuel it was like a pita shell, and it had peanut butter, honey, granola, strawberries, bananas, and it was the best thing that I had ever eaten. We're driving down Park Avenue, and I'm showing AJ all of the cute little restaurants and shops that I used to go to because they're so cutie. I took that train when we lived here. We took that train, my mom and I, down to Miami. This is St. Margaret Mary, and this is the church that I always went to when I was in middle school and high school. So this is inside like one of the church buildings. This is a classroom that I helped lead the Sunday school. I was like, when I was in high school, this was the classroom for like 3 and 4 year olds, and their parents would go to mass and they would drop off the kids while they went to mass, and so I was in there with them. This is the youth ministry room. So when I was a senior in high school, I helped lead the middle school youth group here, and this is where a lot of transformation started happening in my heart, being led by the youth minister at the time, and so this is a very important place. Welcome to our stadium. The city of Winter Park, home of the Wildcats. So, this is where my cheerleading team would cheerlead for the football players every Friday night. So we would all gather and go, woo! But we would have football games here, and it's just down the street from my high school. And we just tried to go to the high school, but it was open, so I just got a snap of the sign of the entrance of the high school. But the gate was open really quick, but they were leaving and then they had to lock it, so we couldn't really go inside. So that's sad, but we'll go back another time, I suppose.
Gelati.
We got Jeremiah's.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
In 1,000 feet, turn right.
All right, wait. Good evening. Welcome to this evening news.
We did so many fun things today. We saw all of my schools, the elementary school, middle school, the 9th grade center, and Winter Park High School. We went to Winter Park Village. We went to Park Avenue.
She's counting down there, by the way, with her fingers.
That was 6 things. We went, where else? we went to both of my brother's houses, my one brother David's house for lunch, and then my brother Michael's house just to hang out with him and his wife and their baby.
We went to Jeremiah's Frog Italian Ice.
Jeremiah's Italian Ice, and AJ got a gelati, and I seriously had this all the time in high school. We would stop on the way home from cheerleading practice, and I forgot how good they are. So good. That was it. We just drove through some other places, and I pointed out some other things. Oh, and we went to the football field too.
We did.
But that was good. But what did you think of Winter Park?
It was fun.
He said it reminded him of, so what did you say? Like the types of shops and restaurants of Miami Beach with the feel of Coconut Grove with the look of Coral Gables.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Miracle Mile.
So like different parts of Miami mixed together makes Winter Park.
It's really nice.
Not
It's very, very cozy, quaint little town.
Yeah, it was cute. It was nice to be back. I haven't been there in a long time. And some of those places, like the elementary school and middle school, I haven't been there since I was there, and they are completely different now. But it was fun to go back. And I was saying, like, this morning, over under, am I going to see one person or more or less that I know? And we saw exactly one person just walking on the side of the street that I know. So that was fun. And that's all. So I was happy to bring him to my cutie little place where I grew up. And that is it. So we will see you guys another time. Bye.
Let it snow.